Hi everybody, welcome back to Synthetic Biology 1. Pablo Picasso said that the artist is a receptacle for emotions that come from anywhere. From the sky, from the earth, from a scrap of paper, from a passing shape, or from a spider's web. In this project, we use genetically modified bacteria to create art. Our inspiration will be the chromoproteins, small, simple, brightly pigmented proteins that can be found in every color of the rainbow. Nature has produced these proteins in different species all over the planet, and synthetic biologists have collected them, modified them in some cases, and expressed them in laboratory bacteria. If you're an artistic soul, you might be inspired by the creative possibilities of a living paint. Or, if you're not an artistic soul, you can focus on the very practical reasons we have for using these proteins. They're easy to keep track of because unlike most proteins, we can just see them. We know what gene we transformed by the color of the protein that we make. Normally, we don't have that luxury with DNA. We need to use special tricks to visualize DNA and to identify specific sequences. We'll introduce some of those methods in this project. Chromoproteins will get us thinking about protein concentrations and how to control them. Are these cells red or are they really red? We'll take a closer look at the parts of a gene that control protein expression. For the first time, we connect specific DNA sequence changes with specific outcomes, in this case, cell colors. These are the places where we can make edits in the sequence as DNA designers. So do you want sky blue or royal blue? Finally, we'll continue to develop our basic microbiology lab skills. I may not be Pablo Picasso, but I can streak out cells beautifully on a petri dish. So until next time, art is life, and life is art.
Thank you.